Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I've got a balanced rack, about 2 H's, so I don't think there's a bingo here. I've got the ISH ending, the EST ending, so no bingo, but I can play Ho for 18 and keep a good rack leave. So, another nice looking rack, which looks close to a bingo. I would have Stovane through an N. Not seeing a 7 here. What about through an H? No. Okay, through an R, I would have Viatories and Votaries, and one other, I think. But often when you play short, opponent plays a short overlapping play, providing no floaters. Ho takes an A after it, so I could play Via if that spot remains available. It also takes a P in front and an S after, I believe. Travois, that's the other R anagram. Okay, so no new floaters. There's OM, so a play could end some. No, could begin vom. No, okay, so what to do? I've still got the Via spot, which is looking quite attractive since the board is tight. This is 24 points, so that's pretty decent. Rack leave is fairly good, although the O not a great bingo tile. Is this the play? O could go in front of HM. V could go in front of OM. Oh, well, surely this is much better. Better rack leave, better score. Yeah. Oh, well, glad I took a second look at this. Can I make this even better? Well, unless I'm missing a bingo with these letters, I don't think so. I'm going with this. So, wow, such a bingo-y set of tiles. However, double I. Does that mean there is no 7 here? I think it may do. Over doesn't take an S, it only takes an L. Okay, so we're off to the races. Opponent does bingo and provides floaters, which must give me a bingo. So I can see I've got Reindius and Disinter and possibly others in column 12. What about the G? I've got ING, but it can't end like that. So Reisting is good, and reciting. Is that it? I'm just going to consider initial letters. Stingier is good, and Strygine. Okay, so column 15, I do have a bingo. I haven't seen a 9-timer yet. A triple. So Reisting, reciting, Stingier, Strygine, Igniters, and Gurniest. That's it. That's the 6. Fairly confident there isn't any more. But that's only a 3. Any of those are only getting multiplied by 3. A double in column 11 would be a 4-timer. So this rack plus an R. No, not seeing one. So which bingo to go with? Igniters is going to stick an S in the open. So do any of these plays place an S within 3 of the G or 1 in front? So Reisting, reciting don't play. Strygine is quite attractive because if opponent does bingo in row B, they'll be opening access to row A. And Strygine doesn't take an S. Igniters. Yeah. Igniters does stick an S in the open. as does Gurniest. Well, there probably isn't terribly much between these plays. I'm not sticking a vowel next to a premium square. I'm going with this. Oh, wow. The QV combo, pretty deadly. And look at this, the two I's in Strygine, unavailable for the Q. So opponent's drawn 7 random tiles, as have I. How well have they drawn? I'm not seeing anywhere to play the Q. Well, there's cat, QAT, keeping triple E NV. Wow. Is that the play? Don't really like it. Chin through the eye of Farding for an even lower score and a worse rack leave. I could play Venus. That's quite nice. Takes out S and T as bingo tiles. No 2-letter V plays. Keeping EQ. Oh, an opponent has drawn a back-to-back bingo. Okay. So, what am I going to do? There is a U for the Q, but I'm not seeing any plays which use that apart from Qua, which is really lame. I'm still attracted to Vina. Venus, it's 34 points. There's a U in the open, there's an I in the open. No blanks have been played so far. This is better than changing. I can't do very much about the A at the bottom. What I could do, the best I can do is V-knee, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 27 points, 7 fewer points, and keeping Q double E. Well, E is not a great tile for the Q. I'm going with Venus. Well, I don't draw a U or an I or a blank. However, I've drawn the Z, so I'll hang on to the Q one more turn and try and get value from the Z. I've got Roke through the U of Dulia. Interesting. I've got Zoe with the E of Venus. I'm expecting opponent to play at the bottom. They only lead by 9, but they're on turn. So quite a few non-synergetic tiles here, G, Q, Y and Z. Onto an A, I would have Gyoza. But I don't have the S to get that tripled. Nothing great to go under the U. I think just an H of the scoring tiles works in that spot. So I've got zeroed in column 12. 52 points, that's pretty good. 46 for opponent, ouch. Okay, so what do I do? U of Dulia no longer available. Just no good Q plays, so how to extract value from the Z. Zeroed scores nicely, but keeps Q and Y and G. So, is there something better? Zell is good. Ooh, ELA not good, otherwise I could play Yes. Is there anywhere for Yes? Don't think there is. So this is what I'm seeing. 52 points is great. The rack leave is horrendous. I'm hugely dependent on drawing a U. Well, I'd certainly like a U and some other vowels. Maybe then I can play key somewhere and get to grips with this rack. But 52 points is good. I'm not going to be upset about getting that sort of score. Okay, I'm going with this. Wow, that's actually a nice pick. I don't draw a Q. a U rather for the Q. But I have an A and an I for cat, chi, and chin. Sank from a C. And I've got the ing ending, so if I can just drop the Q somewhere, the rest of the rack is not too shabby. Now, 7 random tiles for opponent. What have they got this time? Another bingo. Of course, Brighter 98 points, and there goes a blank. So, 2 back-to-back bingos on the trot, which of course is exactly what I had in the previous game, so one mustn't complain. Although I do note that at the last face-to-face tournament I went to, opponent didn't back-to-back bingo once in any of the 7 games that we played. So what am I going to do here? I trail by about 100. I've got the Q. I could play chin and un. Chin-eyed and no. I absolutely do need to play off the Q. I can't see any play which justifies its retention. The trouble with chi and chin is that they leave a bad rack leave. Ooh, I have Kintar onto the R, but I don't have an S. I would have Trank through an R. 12 minutes on my clock. The Eye of Farding not available. Maybe I should get rid of G and Y this turn. Well, let's see what Chin scores. 18 points. Providing an easy scoring opportunity, taking out the E and the R as bingo floaters. That doesn't feel right. What about Chin here? 21 points. Yeah, but it's hardest to get value from the Q. I'm leaving the bottom alone. Don't really like this. But surely it's time to dump the Q. I'm going with this. Wow, I have Getaway and Gateway. Does either play? I think not. But surprised to see a bingo on my rack. 3 S's to come. Wow. Oh, an opponent has a 4th back-to-back bingo. Lucky them. And they had an S, but it's not in the open for my bingo. And they haven't created a new 7-letter lane. So, what to do? Am I sure there isn't a very long overlap for my bingo? Not in column 13. Or column 12. And do any of these floaters help? Let me consider them. C, not seeing anything. O, no. P, no. I, no. Okay, so what to do? W, Y, and the duplicate A are the tiles to get rid of. Where can I do that? And how much do I trail by? 160, 26 tiles to come. It's pointless keeping the triple lane open. Opponent's just going to play there. So I could play whack for 27. I've got Yorp, which just provides a new scoring spot. Just looking to see if I've got a 5-letter play beginning with W and ending in Y. Not seeing one. Wow, tricky stuff. So I have Yag here for 30 points. I like the score. W, well, I wanted to get rid of it. However, I am getting rid of the duplicate A, I am getting rid of the Y, and the G isn't a great tile. So yeah, I'm going with YAG. And I draw the J and the K. So there's going to be opportunities to score here, but not to bingo. Can opponent have a fifth back-to-back bingo? There are 2 S's and a blank out there and plenty of floaters, so they may. But what can I do with my rack? No obviously great J spots on the board. I have Inkjet in column 4, which would open a new triple-triple lane. I've got the J for jaw in row O. Under jaw is an 8-letter play ending in jaw, crack jaw. I think I'm a long way away from any of those. Janky is a new word, but no Y available. The board, although it looks quite wide open, there are very limited scoring opportunities in the top right and the bottom right, so we're really looking around copiers. So I can see I've got Jack. That might be the play, getting rid of 2 out of my 3 big tiles. But will that remain available? Opponent taking a while with this play. They may well have the blank. Ooh, and they don't. Having to settle for a mere 45 points. So, what can I do? I can't extend Excel. Oh, I do have jaw here, which at least, well, it gets rid of 2 big tiles. It scores over 30 points. So, yeah, I'm going with this. And I draw the blank. Gosh, I wasn't expecting that. But what can I do? Could there be a bingo here? Only 1 vowel, so I'm probably looking at the eye of copiers if I do have a bingo. Yeah, nice play by opponent, restricting that I. And there's a floating R. There's out. I just don't have a bingo with only 1 vowel on my rack. 12 tiles in the bag. I'll leave the bottom of the board alone for bingos. So column 4 looks attractive. So I can do this. I can play cat. I think that takes an S. There's some synergy with the remaining tiles. Let me count the vowels. 9 out of 19, so fairly balanced. I think I'm in the territory of trying to minimize the losing spread. 27 points. Could there be a bingo here? No, definitely not. Okay, I am going with this. Great, I draw 2 vowels. I have no duplicate tiles. Everything's bingo-y. But do I have a playable bingo? 7 minutes on my clock, 13 on opponents. Ute takes an S, so the I available in 3rd place for a bingo beginning with S. Not seeing one. The R looks most likely. That's been blocked. Well, the I's been taken out. The R's been massively restricted. I don't think Brighter takes an S. It's Bright which takes an S, which is surprising. So Excel only takes an S. This rack plus an with the blank as an S. Not seeing anything. And that also takes out the sket possibility. Let me just check, since we're in Void Challenge, whether sket is good. And it is good. Okay, so there is a sliver of hope for a bingo. 6 minutes on my clock. Do I have anything ending AW? No, not that I can see. CH is good, so column 10 is a bingo lane for C, vowel, consonant, vowel. And the first vowel could be a U. So 5 minutes on my clock. Let me run through the alphabet. So centaur. And yeah, it does take S and T. And ur takes an A. So centaur only blocked by the L. Uncrate, untrace. I'm trying to keep in mind column 10 and row L. Now the vowels are more likely, not seeing anything. Chunter is good. That doesn't work. So cienture onto an E. Not seeing a 7 here. Lectern. Nope. Counter. Recount. Trounce. Nope, those don't work. And cornute. Nope. Current. Wretched S doesn't provide anything. Or does it? Curniest through an I. Just no 7s. 4 minutes on my clock. 3 and 3 now. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything. 7 tiles in the bag, including a U. My rack is bingo-y. There are lanes, so I'd like to play at the top. How can I do that? S in 4th place isn't particularly worth preserving. Just wondering about playing. Well, I can't see any. I think Tucket might be good. Let's see. Yeah, it is. So I'm opening a 9 timer. Opponent will surely take that out. But I'm creating space top and bottom. I've dodged the S. So the blank would have to be an S. Not seeing anything beginning with S. I'm not considering the top. Opponent for the moment. Opponent is surely going there. I burnt my C for CH. I might have been a bit foolish. Not seeing anything ending AW. I burnt my T for EFT. But what else was I going to do? Very hard. Yeah, maybe a play beginning with the L, but then I'd be taking out the S hook. Now, do I have any extensions to Excel? No, I don't think I do. I do have a 9 timer. I have Prytania in case the opponent leaves that alone, but surely they will not. But maybe the C will be left alone. Yeah, this rack plus a C. That does remain available. Per Nancy, C's in the wrong spot. 2 minutes on my clock. I'm going to have a quick squiz. This rack plus a C. Not seeing anything so far. That's per Nancy. This rack plus a C. No, this isn't looking good. Oh well, so what am I going to do? Do I have a play? Yeah, I think Pruny is good, or could it be EY? Not good. Oh well, I've got Pruny slightly longer for 36. There could have been a bingo there. It wouldn't have been winning. Opponent is over 500 points. Opponent's got disdain. Gosh. I don't think that plays at the bottom. I don't think I have an Excel extension. If I'd kept LE blank, I would have had excelled for 51 points. Maybe I should have done that. But then, would I have been able to get anything like 36? The 36 I got for Pruny with what was left. So what can I do if opponent doesn't go out and they've only got disdain as a 7? Where's my best spots? So I have Alce at the top for 9. Do I have anything with the blank as an I? I don't think so. 1 minute on my clock. I have lat and eft for 10. I have sal and excels for more for 18. Wow. Now, opponent has played. They've played aid at the top. So let me put this game out of its misery with sal for 18. And the final score, 402 for me, 521 for an opponent, a winning margin of 119 points. So well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a brutal game. 4 back-to-back bingos. It was me to go fast. I played Ho and I like that. I like playing short generally. Although it's 12 points less, I think my rack lead was really good. I kept IEST, which is a lot stronger than OS. Now opponent plays I've got over, which looks fine. And now a great bingo by opponent, the start of their run. They have farding. And yeah, nothing better than Strychnine for 80. Great back-to-back bingo of Dulaya, a 5 Val 7. So well spotted. I've drawn less well, but I have Venus for 34, and I still like that. And now, our opponent didn't have 4 back-to-back bingos. They had farding followed by Dulia. Then they momentarily paused to play a low. So this was a tricky rack. I played zeroed for 52, keeping QGY. Yeah, and as soon as you're improving the rack leaf slightly, you're taking a massive score hit, so I like that play. Now opponent bingos again, double-double, nearly 100 points. And I feel the game slipping away. So, chin for 21, that was my play. Not seeing anything better. Yak has some merit, but this isn't a great board for the queue. So this is where opponent had 2 sets of back-to-back bingos. They weren't all joined. They were separated by a low. Now, I have gateway and getaway. No effort either. Oh, Gorsey, that would have been the play. So I play Yag for 30, 12 fewer points. There's some merit in keeping the triple lane open, given that I trail, but I think I would have played Gorsey if I'd seen it. Missed bingo, good grief. Opponent, F4, had sex tiles through the I and exitless through the same floater. Wow, that's a let-off for me. They play Excel instead. Now I thought about Inkjets. What do? I played Jaw for 34. Yeah, I think Jaw's a better play. Inkjet is very easy for opponent to score off. And I'm taking out the floating I, R, L, and bingo row M, so I like my play. Opponent plays Dost. Phew, no missed bingo here. And I play Ket for 27. Yeah, I like that play. I4. All of these plays through the I are taking out bingo lane, so I wanted to play at the top, and Ket looks the best in this list. Now, opponent's rack. They play Fee or Fay. Phew, no missed bingo here. And this is where I play Tucket, trashing my column 10 chances. But look at this, nothing over 20 available. All of these plays are rack wrecking, and a lot of them are playing at the bottom of the board, taking out bingo lanes, so I think there is some merit in Tucket. Opponent plays Bout. Now, did I miss a bingo at the end? No, gosh, I was expecting there to be a C1, there isn't. So I play Pruny for 36, L3, Pettery playable, that's nice, for 37, but burning the blank. Now, finally, no bingo for opponent. They play Aid, and Sal is best. So, what a brutal game. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Quite close at the beginning, but then, and we exchanged bingos with Farding and Strigine, but I draw the Q and the V, and opponent draws Dowlier. And I was chasing the game thereafter, but opponent was going further into the distance with another pair of back-to-back bingos, including the 98-point Brighter. So a bit of a drubbing, but that's the way it goes in Scrabble, and you just need to roll with it and move on to the next game. But many congratulations to opponent on their victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.